Hey everybody, I'm Joel Godett, and welcome inside another episode of the Pelicans Brief here on MyrtleBeachPelicans.com. We come to you today from inside the Pelicans' brand new Ring of Fire Grill, where you can get new menu options like half-pound Angus burgers and premium steak sandwiches, and you'll also find the winner of our 2012 Home Run Recipe Contest, Chicken Bog Balls. But we come to you from inside the grill today because we're going behind the scenes of the Pelicans' culinary world. We'll introduce you to the executive chef here at TicketReturn.com Field. His name's Ricky, and he's got quite an interesting backstory. And once he arrives at the ballpark every day, quite a busy day in front of him. He goes from turning this and some of this, can't forget your steak seasoning, a little bit of this, and certainly something to serve it in. Turns all that into a gourmet feast for fans every single night. But we'll also go on the field, chat with Pelicans first baseman Brett Nicholas about his unlikely rise here to Myrtle Beach. We'll go out to the bullpen, chat with Jimmy Reyes about how the reliever throws his changeup, and we'll also go into the community and see Myrtle Beach interact with the Miracle League team. Certainly a day that the players and the kids from the Miracle League will never forget. But we start today at third base with Pelicans third baseman Christian Villanueva. Came into this season with a lot of hype after hitting 17 home runs a year ago at Low A Hickory, and he has lived up to all of those expectations. So let's meet Christian Villanueva and find out how he's done the first 2 months of the season. That's all right here, right now, on the Pelicans Brief. Christian Villanueva comes from Mexico, a country where soccer reigns supreme, and where Villa's childhood friends were a bit surprised when he took up another sport.
I mean, they were like, "No, why you do that?" I said, like, I'm gonna try something different, you know. Then I like play baseball right now.
Baseball started within Villanueva's family. His father and brothers played the game, and it was those ties and a nearby ballpark that got young Villa hooked.
It was there's a stadium where I used to play when I was little, like 10 minutes from my home. Okay. That's one of the reasons that I decided to play baseball. I passed by the stadium one day, and I saw a lot of kids over there, and I just told to my dad, "Hey, I just want to play baseball. I want to go there."
So Villanueva began playing baseball, but to watch the game, he had to travel far, with no professional teams anywhere near his hometown of Guadalajara.
It was like 7 hours from my home to watch professional baseball.
Which meant Villanueva watched baseball a lot on TV, and like many in America in the 1990s, that led to watching the Atlanta Braves and their star, Chipper Jones.
He was a beast in those times, you know, when I saw him.
Is that why you play third?
Yeah. I mean, I used to play shortstop. And then Texas moved me. When I signed, they moved me to third.
Just like Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
Also like Chipper, Villanueva's made quick work of the minor leagues so far, making it to Class A advanced at just 20 years old.
It's been pretty good, you know. It's a good experience to be in A-ball and high A. It's a little bit tougher than low A, and it's been good, you know.
I think that he had a lot of success last year in the Sally League. The guy has tremendous tools on the corner at third base. Great agility to his left and to his right, similar to Mike Holt that we have in this organization, and Villa is improving every day.
The Rangers signed Villanueva when he was just 16 and half the man he is now. In fact, 50 pounds lighter, 50, than he stands today. Pelicans coach Kenny Holmberg worked with Villanueva during his first pro stop in the Dominican Summer League.
No, he's a good-looking player. You know, he was younger, a little leaner. He's put on some weight since then, good weight. He looks as if he's a stronger-looking kid now. He's getting the experience that he needs to become the player he's going to become. I mean, he's working. He's taking his ground balls. He's getting his swings in. He's playing the game, and you know, competition is going to bring out the best in a kid like Christian.
That development's begun translating onto paper. Through the first 2 months of this season, Villanueva's led the Pelicans in RBI, a year after blasting 17 home runs for Low A Hickory.
Right now, I'm just trying to hit the ball the hardest I can and just be more passionate at the play. And that's it.
Now there's expectations of power. I'd like to see him just concentrate a little bit more on driving runs in, putting the ball in play, having good at-bats, and not have the power such a big deal. I don't think it is for him. I hope not. And for me, just to continue to become a good hitter and learn himself.
Something he's working on offense right now is starting to drive the ball a little bit more. He's a middle type lineup type guy. He's going to be that type guy as he gets older and as his career goes on in this organization.
And Villanueva always has his eyes on the future and getting better. Not completely satisfied with even this year's early results.
Not really, because I know I can do more than that I'm doing right now.
Ballpark food. What comes to mind? Hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza?
Filet mignon medallions which is filet mignon with fresh mozzarella cheese, fresh tomatoes with a balsamic vinaigrette reduction, you know.
Yeah. Meet Ricky Andrews, the executive chef at TicketReturn.com field at Pelicans Ballpark.
Interesting job, man. It's a lot of fun, you know, being outside, you know, meeting a lot of different people that come through the ballpark. It's a wonderful job. Wouldn't take nothing for the world for it, man.
7 years ago, Ricky actually kind of fell into the job by accident.
I came to work here as a grill cook. I just wanted to work, you know, get my feet in the ballpark, you know what I mean? And about a year later, the chef that was here doing this particular job now, he got a promotion. And with that said, they bumped me up to this position.
And he's thrived in the role.
The quality of food, the presentation, he takes pride in. You know, he's always worried about what people think. He wants it to look good. He'll go that extra mile just to make it pop and to make people's experience and with the food here a memorable one.
The talent Ricky brings to the Pelicans is no accident. He's CIA trained, the Culinary Institute of America in New York. That's the alma mater of celebrity chefs like Michael Simon and Kat Cora, along with Duff Goldman and more. He spent years working in New York as well and running his own catering business.
In New York, you know, of course, the movement is different from down here, you know. The money is different, you know, and so forth. But my wife and I, we did really well in our catering.
But things weren't always so good for Ricky. Originally from South Carolina, he moved to New York when he was 18.
You know, I used to be on the street. You know, I had a pretty rough life. You know, after I left South Carolina, you know, had a pretty rough life and got myself up, you know, from the streets, man. And I used to work for a nursing home, which is Brandywine Nursing Home in upstate New York, and they kind of like took me in, saw that I had a good gift, man, to cook, you know. And with that said, they sent me to school, sent me to culinary, man. They paid for all of my education, and all they asked for me was that I work for another 6 years for them, you know. And that's what I did. And after that, man, you know, I worked for them for 6 years and worked for different restaurants, you know, like I said, you know. And from that point on, it was a good journey, man.
Faith got him through too. Andrews is a pastor, and he's preached worldwide.
I put my heart into my cooking, man. You know, that's why I'm here. You know, I probably do about maybe 13 or 14 hours a day here. You know, and same thing with my faith. You know, I put my heart into it, man. You know, because I understand the life that I used to have. You know what I mean, which was not a good life. You know, but now it's a good life, and I have 4 beautiful kids, man. You know, and a wonderful wife, and you know, and just coming here to work, man, and serve the people is a wonderful thing.
Wonderful for Ricky, wonderful for Pelicans fans, and yes, wonderful for the Pelicans themselves, too.
what he does, we sure ask about, and we find out that it's from Ricky, and it's excellent. Every once in a while, I see Ricky run across that batting cage and stop and take a gander, see what's going on in the batting cage, but maybe someday we'll meet. But until then, keep cooking. We love it.
Come out to ticketreturn.com field at Pelicans Ballpark and catch the Myrtle Beach Pelicans in action. Grab a phone or head online to myrtlebeachpelicans.com. Tickets start at just $8. Group rates start at 15 people. Ask about all-you-can-eat picnic packages, luxury suites, contract at a beach, America's only baseball front beach, and check out our fundraising options. Why not have a baseball birthday party? For more information, give us a call or head online. Baseball's even better at the beach.
We continue here on the Pelicans Brief, joined in the Birds dugout now by Pelicans first baseman Brett Nicholas. And Nick, it's been an interesting road for you, I know, this year, because you weren't necessarily expecting to be in Myrtle Beach right away, and I know you certainly weren't expecting to play first base. So take me back to opening day, or the first couple of days of the season. You're in Hickory, you're a catcher. Go through your mindset of what the season was like.
It all starts in spring training. We try to go out there and each make a team, and unfortunately there just wasn't enough spots open. So I actually started off in Hickory, our low A team, and actually started off on the DL. And just because there wasn't enough spots, but I made the travel out there. I was catching out there, and through some crazy turn of events, Andrew Clark decided that he didn't want to do it anymore. So they gave me a call and said first base was open here. So absolutely, I took advantage of it, and trying to make sure I get better and better at first base, even though it's not as familiar of a spot for me as far as in the professional level. But I enjoy first base. I enjoy catching. I just enjoy being in the lineup. So whatever Woody wants to put me as is perfectly fine with me, and I'll take advantage of it.
Explain to me a little bit about how that process went. Did they call you and offer you a chance to play first base here? Did they tell you were coming here to play first base, or how did that all unfold?
Not so much an offer. They just said, hey, first base opened up in Myrtle Beach, and you're going to go be the first baseman there. So even if they were to offer, I would have taken it, but it was just a blessing, and it's unfortunate for Andrew Clark, but something that fortunate for me.
Talk to me a little bit about what preceded this season for you as well, because you come to Class A Advanced never having really played at Low A. I know you spent most of last year in short season Spokane, and the year before you spent some time in Spokane as well. So a little bit of a jump in level, and you really haven't had much of a problem making an adjustment at all. Offensively, you've kind of been one of the catalysts. You've been in the heart of the order. You're among the team leaders in RBI. Seems like it was an easy jump.
Not so much an easy jump, but just something that I've tried to stay focused with and realize that I'm going to have my ups and downs. I've tried not to be too low, tried not to be too high with it all. Thankfully, I was in short season for 2 years, and thankfully, we had some great hitting coaches there, and they kind of prepared me for what's to come later on. The Rangers don't just teach you how to be a good hitter in short season or low A. They teach you how to be a good hitter in the big leagues. Hopefully someday you'll make it there. So that's just something I've tried to take in and kind of gone with it as far as it'll take me, and hopefully someday it'll be up in the AA level, and I can continue to keep pushing on and using what they've taught me.
Talk to me about the defensive side of things as well, because you're playing a new position, but at the same time you're not really playing a new position, because I know you've got a little bit of experience at first, but like hitting, it's on a whole new level. Not only Class A Advanced, but you'd never really played first as a professional, so that was a whole new venture for you.
Yeah, luckily I played first a little bit in college. I was the corner infielder in college, so ground balls aren't completely new to me, but it's just the speed of the game is so much faster. I've had a few errors this year, and to me what it is I kind of took a pitch off, and then as soon as you take one pitch off, the ball finds you, and it ends up hurting the team because you let a guy on base. But the biggest thing for me is I've just tried to stay focused every pitch, and tried to make sure I take all my ground balls every day, and the throws from the infielders, try to help them, because at first it's not only ground balls. it's also, you know, trying to pick the ball for the shortstop or the third baseman, or, you know, trying to do something else to help other guys, you know, so they don't have as many errors as well, and help out the pitcher so there's not as many base runners.
One of 2 Missouri Tigers on this team. What can you tell me about Nick Tepish?
He's a stud. You know, he's just a competitor. He has a lot of good pitches, but, you know, when you watch him, you're not like, wow, this guy's, you know, is unbelievable. But when he gets on that mound, you know, nobody competes harder than Tep. And I actually was talking to him last night, and after he got done, you know, with he went 8 innings, you know, because he's Tep. And I got done talking to him, like, man, I had like 2 or 3 stories I wanted to tell you during the game, but you're so locked in, you're so focused that, you know, I didn't want to come bother you. You know, he's got that eye of a tiger, you know, we like to call it in Missouri, but he's got that focus.
I wonder where that comes from.
Yeah. He's got that focus on the mound, and he's a bulldog out there, and he competes.
Nick, glad to have you here. I know it was a winding road that got you here with some unfortunate circumstances for, you know, some people along the way, but works out for the better for you, and appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
It's Brett Nicholas, the Pelicans first baseman, and we continue with more here on the Pelicans Brief.
Catch Pelicans baseball on the radio. All 140 games live on Fox Sports 1050 AM, FM 101.9, and online at myrtlebeachpelicans.com. Pre-game coverage starts 15 minutes before first pitch. Tune in for in-depth interviews, inside information, and all the action. And listen in on Home Game Wednesdays. The Pelicans Review Coaches Show comes to you live at noon from Abuelos.
Hey everybody, it's Pelicans relief pitcher Jimmy Reyes, and welcome to the bullpen. I'm going to teach you a little bit about how I throw my changeup today. I hold a box changeup, so I hold it basically like a box with my hand like this, four seam grip, and I just let it come off the outside of my hand first. Just kind of roll over it. I started throwing this changeup when I was about in 9th grade, about 14, 15 years old. I've basically done the same changeup since then, and it's worked pretty well for me. It's definitely a field pitch, so it took a while to master, and still haven't mastered it, but I've gotten better at using it, and it's a good pitch. It moves down in a way, so it's tough for right-handed hitters to see, and looks like a fastball. Changeup's definitely a great pitch to have, so I like to use it as much as possible. I've tried throwing other changeups, different grips, a circle change, and a split change, but none of them really worked. Didn't really have control of them. And it's an easy grip to have. All you got to do is, hold it in your hand and throw it like a fastball. Don't ease up on it. The second you ease up on it, it doesn't become a good pitch anymore. So it's an easy grip to hold. It feels similar to a four-seam fastball, and you just kind of let it rip. I'm Jimmy Reyes, and that's how I throw my changeup.
To the Grand Strand, the Myrtle Beach Pelicans are more than just a baseball team. They're also a great community partner. So on a Saturday morning here in May, the Pelicans took some time off to come hang out here at the Miracle League field and play a little baseball. But it was about more than just playing a game. It was also about impacting lives.
Grand Strand Miracle League has been operating for 11 years in Myrtle Beach. We are the only organized team sport for children with physical and mental disabilities. We offer a baseball league, 2 seasons of baseball, and it's all access baseball. Our field is an all-weather track surface, and so wheelchairs and walkers have no mobility issues at all. So we're kind of a come one, come all organization. Our motto is that every child will get a hit, every child will get through the bases and cross home plate. Everybody wins in the Miracle League. We're serving about 100 kids now, and it's been going great.
It really puts things in perspective. You show up every day and you play a game for a living, and you really take that for granted sometimes, and you have some bad days, and it really puts it all in its place. And you come out here and you truly understand, why you play, and you play to have fun, and these guys maybe don't have the opportunities that we have, and and it really just kind of humbles you a little bit.
Oh, it was great. We had a lot of fun with the kids. We got to play 2 games. Everybody batted. Everybody played defense. Met a lot of guys. Met a lot of girls. They all had fun. It was great.
We had a lot of fun today. It's good to get out here and have some fun with these kids. They appreciate us coming out, and it's fun for us too. We had a really good time.
It's been fun. It's just a miracle just having those guys out here.
It was pretty fun. They did a great job, and they're very helpful about them, coming out here and helping the American League. It means it helps everybody, and it helps the kids and good kids and everything. It just helps them.
It means the world to our kids to have the opportunity to play baseball with the pros. So when the Pelicans come out, they just absolutely love having them as their buddies. They love the attention that they get. They also, I think, have a great time, getting to know new people. We have always had a great relationship with the Pelicans. We love it when they come here. We absolutely love it when we go to the Pelicans game. It's just been a wonderful relationship.
Amber did a lot with me today, and Vince had fun with everybody, and I'll definitely remember some of these kids.
I love the Pelicans, and I love the Miracle League. I've been on the Miracle League for God knows how long. It's been a great experience. When they come out here, they help the kids, and it makes me happy and smile.
The kids hit a home run, and man, they went crazy at home plate, and they kind of rubbed it in a little bit. And I actually tried to hit a home run twice. I didn't want to hit it too far, and I tried to, and they caught the balls by the wall. So the last at bat, a lot of pressure was on me. I had to get it out, and I actually got one on my last one. We celebrated a little bit, and it was actually a good time. He came yelling in, threw his glove, and it was fun. Man. We had a good time.
Some of those guys hit the ball really hard. Charles hit the ball hard. He hit the ball really hard. It was an awesome experience. It's fun, and I'm glad we got a chance to come out here and do this.
I just think that the guys did a marvelous job. I just want to thank him for this.
So that does it for another episode of the Pelicans Brief. As always, all the information you need to know about the team you can find online at myrtlebeachpelicans.com, or you can give us a call for tickets at the number listed at the bottom of the screen. As for me, really kind of wish Ricky was here, because I don't really know how to cook, and I'm hungry. So I'm going to try to figure this out, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time here on the Pelicans Brief. Yeah.